Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's William again, the Director of Program for Los Angeles Teen Mentoring, here to share with you another really cool and fun exercise. We are in the conflict resolution and anger management phase. Again, the conflict resolution and anger management phase. And today's activity actually is an activity in that phase. So what's the overall goal of this phase? The overall goal of this phase is to promote strategies that enable our youth to control their anger in the face of conflict. So again, promoting strategies to help them control their anger in the face of conflict. I wish I had an activity like this when I was a little boy, because when those hormones kicked in, definitely could use some help with controlling my anger. But again, this is the phase we're in, and this is the activity we're doing today, and it's going to be lots of fun. It's going to be really challenging. So don't forget to start off with your question of the day. The question of your day for this activity is, what is conflict? So what is conflict, and have you ever experienced conflict, and share? In the event your kids are struggling with defining conflict or coming up with examples, as always, we always give you a definition so you can get them going, get their brain going, so they can come up with that definition and come up with that example. So your definitions are on that page for you, so just know you can always defer to your curriculum sheet. And for example, the definition of conflict is a struggle or fight between two different sides. It's a disagreement or people with opposing ideas or interests and so on and so forth. So know that that's for you. It's there for you. Now, number 2 is your Energizer. So you guys might want to get ahead of this and be prepared for the following week's session because you guys are going to have to do a little role playing. And what in this role playing is that you kind of want to get the kids off guard. You want to surprise them. You want to shock them for shock value. And you're going to want to get into some kind of confrontation or disagreement with your co-mentor. So for example, I'm going to ask my partner in crime, Miss Kawana Kinyaru, to come in and demonstrate a little role play. So for example, really quickly, Kawana, I was at session last week, and I want to really do this session, so I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do the front piece, the middle piece, and the back piece, and I'm going to take charge today. Do you mind just assisting me?
Well, why don't we share the leadership, because I always like to participate as well.
Well, you weren't there last week, so really, we only had a short period of time, and I just really would like to just handle this one.
William, don't be a leadership hog. Why don't we share the leadership, because I feel really equipped to help out as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Cut. So just an example. So don't go too severe. We don't want to freak the kids out. No name calling, no pushing, no shoving. But we just kind of, just a little bit, make them a little bit uncomfortable, as you guys are the leaders, and we want to show some confrontation and so on and so forth. So just to get the juices flowing. And after that, have your kids kind of give you some critiques, like what did you see? What did you notice? Did you see frustration? Did you see some opposing views? And then how can Kawana and William maybe moving forward? What can be some solutions to Kawana and William moving forward and working together? All right, so that was your Energizer. Pretty simple, little role play. So again, plan for your role play exercise. Part 2 is conflict or not. The not thing is coming in, and you're going to need some rope. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to ask Kawana to come back again. And Kawana's really challenging me because I'm right-handed. She keeps coming on my left side. But here's the activity. You're going to have a long piece of rope. What you're really going to strive for is it's going to be 6 pieces of rope tied together. Make sure that you're really asking the kids to untie a knot that's in the middle of a piece of rope. So make sure that they're tying a knot that's in the middle of a piece of rope and not where it's 2 pieces of rope tied together. They can only put one hand on the rope. The other hand has to go behind their back. You can break up into 2 groups and 1 large group. And then the whole goal is to try to untie that knot. So just really quickly, Kawana and I would try to untie the knot and so on and so forth. And it's going to require some flexibility. The kids are going to go in and out and try to untie the knot. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. What you're going to have, though, mentors, what you guys are going to have is you're going to have an observation sheet. So really quickly, you're going to fill out this observation sheet based on how they're getting through the activity. Are there any harsh words, name-calling, criticism, dominating behavior, frustration, quitting, so on and so forth? And then you're going to stop. You're going to say, brace. Let's regroup for a minute, and then you're going to share your observations with the kids. Hopefully you can come up with some positive strategies. Again, positive strategies when you're in those moments of anger or frustration, and then let them take a take 2 and let them try the activity again. That's it. Pretty simple. Now, if you still have a little time left over and you kind of want to escalate things and take it to a whole nother level, we got another rope activity for you. This time what you'll do is you'll untie that big piece of rope that you had, and it'll be all individual pieces. And what you want to have is a person, a piece of rope like so, a person, and then a piece of rope if you can see Kawana's piece of rope. All right, so then that means there'll be two people on the end that aren't holding a piece of rope in one hand, but the other hand will be holding. Now what you're going to ask the kids to do is to try to tie a knot. And that's it in its simplest form. They're going to try to tie a knot, and they're going to go around and try to get in there and whatever. It's not about tying a knot, folks. If they tie the knot, great. If they don't, that's not what it's about. Remember, it's about getting them frustrated and challenging them and really challenging their problem-solving skills, their negotiation skills, and their conflict resolution kind of skills. And that's what it's about. So again, you'll do the same thing as you did the first time. Take some notes, stop, give them some critique, and then let them try it again. Pretty simple, conflict or not. Hopefully you'll have some not and less conflict, and that's what we want to promote at the end of the day. So, don't forget to do your Let's Talk, sit down, talk about what we learned. Don't forget to distribute your team bucks. Don't forget to have your FUN, your fun. And good luck to everybody and have a great session. This is Will, signing out.